I'm so happy to be here today with one of my clients, Ray. We're at the closing table today, and this is a great story. I love this one. I met Ray, about 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago?
At a Dollar Tree.
At a Dollar Tree. I was getting balloons for open house, talking to the lady who was getting the balloons, asking her if she was interested in buying a house. Ray came up to me and said, "Hey, can I have a card? I'm thinking about buying a house." Ray, can you tell us why at that time you were thinking about buying a house?
I've been thinking about it for a while, but I never really had the urge to talk to a realtor and work with a realtor. When I ran into you and gave me your card, and you actually said that day you have a seminar going on.
Yeah.
So you took me, introduced me to everybody. I was not even dressed up for it. And you was like, "You look good. You look good enough to get in there." I got in there and I worked with a couple of the lenders that you had. You walked me through the process. Sent me a bunch of listings. You know, the one that I was in love with didn't come through, which was 50 pay. I remember that.
Yeah.
And then we found this one, and you sort of look in my face when I walked in the house, and you was very persistent. It was a few times in there when I was about to back up, but you was on me and persistent about it. And like I told you the first day, it was kind of destiny for us to run into each other at the Dollar Tree.
That was a big thing for me when we met. He said a lot of words, but he said, "Hey, I got my money right and I want to find a house for me and my kids." When he said that, it was game on. I was going to get this man a house. And like he said, we had some ups and downs in the process. I hope you don't mind me saying it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Ray had a very close family member that passed during the process. It took a little bit for us to get on the same page, but he made his way through it. He struggled through it, and we are closing. Again, it's 2.5 months, this whole process. And there were houses on the market that seemed like they were better, but we went into this knowing that this is not going to be the perfect house for Ray. And we're saying that because this is his first house. And by looking at him, you wouldn't know it. You'd think he's in his 20s, but Ray's at 40 years old, and now he's buying his first house for him and his family. That was another reason it was so important for me, because that's when I bought my first house. So it was a lot going on, and I think he's happy with the house now. Ray, do you have any advice for anybody else that might be in the same position you're in?
Oh man, you might never know you're ready till you talk to somebody, you talk to a realtor, because I didn't think I was ready. I knew I was ready, but I was not 100% sure I was ready till I ran into Terrence. And then he walked me through the process, and he was like, "Let's get a lender that can run your stuff." And he was very, very open and transparent with me. He said, "We don't have to use that lender, but we're going to try to see." I went through 2 of his lenders. The numbers was not in my favors, and I went to my bank. They're slow, like he said, but in the end of the day, I was more comfortable with them. And then here we are, closing today.
Yeah. And that's the big thing in the process. There are always options. Don't feel like you're stuck in one place, or when you start the process, we can always come up with some options. Going back to Ray's family, and this is a big thing that I love talking to my clients about, is taking care of your family and generational wealth. The house that Ray bought, we said it's not the perfect house. Chances are he's going to move out of that house probably in the next 5 years. We bought this house knowing it was in a great location that he will either be able to sell it or rent it. And now he's creating potential property and profit for his kids.
The house came in at $20,000 under what it was
Yeah, so we offered the house appraised at $20,000 more than we offered. We did do some negotiation through the process. So Ray and his family are walking into this house already making $20,000 because they've got $20,000 in equity.
I feel great about this house. I was even doing measurement, and the previous owner was in the driveway, and I talked to him, and he was just open with me. Like, the house was loved. They even said his daughter came the previous night just to look at the house so they can get a glimpse of their last memory of the house. Not even offering, you can come anytime you want to. So, you know, so it's a great, generational wealth. You gotta have land, you gotta have property. You don't have property, you don't have nothing. It's not gonna go down, it's gonna go up and up and up. So it's kind of good. It's never a bad time. It's better late than never. So it's a good way to start the process. It was not a painful process. It was just a lot of paperwork. You just gotta be attentive to anything that you sign. You gotta make sure you read it and have the right person to walk you through it. Terrence was great in the process. I
Thank you.
Definitely recommend a few people his way. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.